Hello, Chris Holk here for ESN Sports. I'm here joined tonight with Marshall MacPherson in this preseason interview before Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals, pitting the Calgary Dragons against the Vancouver Nightmare. Now, Marshall, the first question I've been meaning to ask you is, do you think this is sort of a replay of last year when the Vancouver Nightmare played the Edmonton Comets in the Western Finals? For a team, leading the charge into the finals, pitted against a team that barely squeaked in, and they end up pulling the upset. Do you feel like that? How do you think the Dragons are feeling right now, considering the situation's been reversed for you? Well, obviously they feel pretty good. They've been up. They're up 3-1 in the series. They're one game away from moving on to the finals. They made the playoffs for the first time in years, and it must feel good. I know how I felt last year, when we moved past the Jets and into the finals against the Comets. I was a little bit nervous going into the finals, and the only advice I can give them is if they move on, to not let it get to them. Don't think you can't do it for 1 second, because as evidenced by myself in the Nightmares last year, you only go as far as you hope you can. And we made it to the finals against Platoon. We got swept in 4 games, but we learned a lot from it. That anything's possible. Just because a team's leading the league in the regular season doesn't mean a whole lot. Look at us now. We have our backs against the wall. We're down 3-1. There's nothing stopping you guys from beating the Panthers, and that's if you make it past us. If we end up losing tonight, and you have to be prepared if we do lose or if we do win. And it's tough taking the loss last night. Yeah, Marshall, there's reports coming that you trashed the Vancouver locker room after the loss last night to the Calgary Dragons. Well, I'm not going to lie to you, Holkus. I got pretty pissed off after the game at myself, and anger boiling over. I watched my team bail me out of mistake after mistake, and when I can't pull through for them when they need me the most, it's incredibly frustrating. You get frustrated with yourself, you get frustrated with the situation, you get frustrated with with your play, and it's just too much. Well, the biggest concern for the Nightmare heading into Game 5 has been the biggest concern for them since Game 1, and that's the lack of scoring. Well, Chris, I got to tell you, when your power play isn't clicking at all, they have over 20 chances and have only capitalized on 1. Not saying that the Dragons have been much better, but I think our fort was, scoring on the man advantage during the season, and one power play goal on 20-some chances, it gets to be a problem. I don't want to change the power play up because, it's what got us through the season. But if this continues, if we make it to the next game, if everything goes well tonight, which I hope it does, but, anything can happen. I'm looking at maybe changing a few things around next season, see what works. That way I have a better plan going into the playoffs than what I do right now. We just had the go-to line of Hawkridge, Raycroft, and O'Keefe, and, when that's not producing, I really don't know what else to go to. We got to get better on the even strength, and that's where the Dragons are good at, and that's where they're killing us. They're scoring goals that we shouldn't be giving up, but and their scoring is coming from their best players, and ours is coming from some unlucky places as our best players are getting shut down. But when you say about unlikely scoring, care to give a description? Well, Filion and Tony, they haven't scored a hell of a lot during the season, but just like in the Pens Wings series for the Cup way back a couple years ago, Talbot potting 2 in the final game. That's a guy that had less than 10 goals all season, and he pulls through for the team and effectively wins the game winner and gives the insurance goal as well. It's just, it's amazing that, you get guys who will step up in the finals when everything's on the line. How about yourself? You mentioned your poor play. Oh, Chris, I don't know what's going on. It's just, I don't know, maybe I put the expectations too high on myself to carry the team this year. They're doing fine by themselves. Just it seems to be my junior season all over again. I just can't keep the puck out of the net, and I have to rely on my team to score the goals to bail me out night after night, and it's getting a bit frustrating. Have you considered a trade? Well, the only team I'm ever going to play for is the Nightmares, so I'm not going anywhere. But I don't know what to do. I might have to bring in a backup, or I don't know, take a game off every now and again during the season. I played every game during the season, and that might be catching up to me. I don't know, but just hope for the best tonight. Hopefully, get a couple goals and keep the puck out of the net and get back into the series. Being down 3-1, your back is against the wall. You have to win 3 in a row, and against the Dragons, they're playing well. Jester is just on fire. Webb just lit me up last night. They're getting scoring from everywhere, and honestly, I don't know what to throw up against them to stop them. We got Weird and Crasher out there, and they're doing their best. We got Raycroft and O'Keefe shutting down. It's just, we had a check on line with Berhonen and O'Keefe and Chicklets, and that's not really working too well for us either. Honestly, it's getting tough to figure out what to do. Oh, Marshall, it seems there might be an upset in store tonight, or you guys might pull back and take the series to 3-2 and take it home to Vancouver for Game 6. What about the Chiefs over in the Eastern Conference? What do you think about them? Amazing. Just I was watching the game there before the interview. They were leading 3-1. No idea how the game ended. Well, I have this just in. It seems that the Chiefs have succeeded in moving on to the finals, and they won 4-2 against the Manhattan Rage tonight. That boy Sawyer, jeez. You watched Sawyer all last year, and he's one of those guys that you see on the bench, and you're like, he should be in the game. I suppose I could have been selfish at some times. I wanted Burke to give him starts and that, but Burke was putting his trust in me to get us in the playoffs, and I felt bad when I helped take over management of the team. First thing I did was ask Sawyer what he wanted to do. I didn't want the guy sitting on a bench for another season, and he's shown this whole league that him sitting on the bench last season was a wasted season. He should have been out starting. He should have been winning games like he is. He got the Chiefs into the playoffs, and it's just amazing how he's been playing this year. He's been playing his heart out, proving to us, to everybody, that he didn't deserve to be a backup last year. He should have been a starter, and what he's proven here in the playoffs, with league-leading stats and goals against and save percentages, that he should be among the names that are spoken among the league, like Jester, Kane, Honcho. He's getting to be one of the best players in this league, and that's no small feat when you get mentioned among the names that I just said. Oh, there's a bit of a problem leading into tonight, Marshall, with Hawkins injured. Any plans on what you're going to do? Let's go with it. The guys, I think they know what they're planning on doing, and how to work through it. Some people are going to have more minutes tonight than they've had in the last couple games, but nobody's bitched and complained about anything. Crasher, Weird, Dew, Clute, Daggle, they're all looking forward to the game. They're all going to step up. I know that. I could put my trust in them to step up. Just go out there, play our best hockey, and hope for the best. All right, Marshall, what is your plans if the Nightmare lose? Well, I haven't really made any, to be honest, Chris. Is that because you don't plan on losing tonight? Well, I never plan on losing, Chris. If it happens, it happens. I don't know. If we're out of the playoffs, just start looking towards next year, working hard, training, and doing the best we can to let this not happen again. All right, Marshall, one final question before we have to head out here. Who do you think is going to face who in the finals? Well, right now my money's, I don't know. I'm hoping the Chiefs. It'd be nice to see them succeed and take out the defending champs. The West Glendale platoon. It'd be really nice to see. I think they can do it. So I think in the East it's going to be Minnesota. In the West, it's either the Panthers versus the Dragons or us. If we could pull it off, and us versus the Panthers, we were neck and neck in the season. It's hard to say. I'd see the series going 7 games. But if the Dragons make it into the finals against the Panthers, I see them winning it in 6, honestly. They got Jester, who's playing hot, and if they can keep up this scoring and, you know, the amazing amount of goals they've been netting, if they can get a few past Fisher, I don't know what's going to happen, and I wish all of them the best in the playoffs. All right, Marshall, that's all the time we have. Thanks for your info. Not a problem, Chris. Anytime.